Larry Fishelson is a tech expert and COO of Dynalink. Larry Fishelson, you make perfect sense.
The great thing about here, technology driving the marketplace again, is if you go into the store, there are apps on your smartphone that can literally, you scan the barcode on the item and it will tell you if the store next door has a better price on the same item. So you could also go into malls. There's a thing called Fast Mall where the app tells you where everything in the mall is, literally where you park your car. So the old adage of the battle is won before it's fought can be done now through technology. The smartphone revolution has now pushed the game. This administration is killing jobs. We need to bring back the American dream. And the way to bring back the American dream is to have a true council on jobs. And that's repealing Obamacare, Sarbanes-Oxley, Dodd-Franks, the EPA, lowering the corporate tax rate. It's small business that creates 70% of the jobs. We want to hire. The best investment in a business is people. So what we need to do is the taxations and the regulations, there needs to be a plan in place. If you put that plan in place, you'll let trickle-down economics work as it should. That's the problem.
What smells fishy to you about this deal, about the fact that they got approval so quickly?
What smells fishy about the entire deal is, and I'll tell you, if you look at this, it looks like something out of The Godfather Part 2, where Hyman Roth says partnership with a friendly government. I think Facebook IPO is going to be huge. And one great thing that you guys had on before is, if you look at last year, we learned that the pen is mightier than the sword, right? Facebook, social media, Twitter. The Saudi prince just put up last week $300 million into Twitter. So we see the power of the social media. That's a major story. Now, back to your question, there's 800 million users on Facebook. So I truly believe it is the real deal. The most important thing that he said was that the machines need to work for the consumer instead of everybody that went ahead and built stuff based on whatever Wall Street said. So the machine needs to work for the customer. And that's why he succeeded. I think the big thing of the earnings is the big IT push. So you see enterprise sales up, and that's all about the cloud services. There's a big push because of cybersecurity. So I thought that was very interesting. You know, enterprise software is the big play here, and it didn't get hit by the Eurozone issues and other outlying recession issues.
Are these the kinds of things that people are actually sending?
These are exactly the type of things that people are sending. And how they're making the money is they're making the money by the people that are paying their phone bills and are not realizing it. So the breakage that's happening is you have 300 million Americans, you have most Americans with cell phones, so you always have to check your phone bill. Because if you catch it on the phone bill and you go to get a credit,
right,
you know, you could stop the scam, and the phone carriers can also block the calls through their switch. So it's paying the bill where they're making the money.
Where does bandwidth come from?
Bandwidth comes from all the carriers that go ahead and build the fiber networks nationwide, spend billions of dollars, and put switches nationwide to provide phone services and bandwidth.
God, that's geeky. What do you think about the National Broadband Plan, the way it's been laid out?
There's a lot of assumptions on the National Broadband Plan. First of all, the plan was put in place in '09. We haven't seen, many things come out of it. The issue now with the wireless stimulus plan that they're talking about is, first of all, I don't see it getting passed through Congress with all the spending that needs to be done. It seems to be the trend of the current administration to try and regulate everything. Between Obamacare and everything else that they're trying to regulate the internet is economy affecting.
Her phone was powered down at 8 p.m. that evening. How do we know that?
Well, you never know for sure the time it's powered down, but you got to look at cell phones that normally have 5 hours of battery time, so you have to just kind of guess on that. There's no way to exactly know when the phone is powered down.
If you're in the communications business and you can't communicate and you don't handle public relations, you're dead. It's horrible. And another reason why I believe that they're dead is, if you look at it, you have to have something coming out next. So they just announced Mobile Fusion is going to come out next. Mobile Fusion is a back-end software that helps the IT departments. That's not going to drive the sales with the tablets, which is what they were looking for. That's a problem in itself. You have to have a game changer coming out. And they have a BBX system platform looking to come out next year, but they're vague about it.
Lawrence Fishelson, COO of Dynalink Communications, telling it how you think it is. Well, we like dramatic, straightforward opinion, and you gave it to us. Rim's dead. Thank you very much.